And so let's talk about your journey through your equipment that you use, like where you started, because you say you start with these big Vipers, the big, you're talking about the Summit
Climbers.
Viper climb on the climbers, the two-piece climbers. You were 100% right when you said you had to find basically a telephone pole of a tree to climb with that. You come up to a limb, you're not getting there's no safe way to get around it with a climber. So you started with those, they're loud, they're clunky, and then you got into starting to get into more of the mobile stuff. So did you go straight to saddle hunting, or did you try another system where it was like a hang on with sticks?
It was sticks with a hang on, with a light hang on. Yep, I did that next. It wasn't light. The first hang on was just a regular old hang on, big old metal clunky thing. But I liked it, but I mean, I was strong enough to hold it on my lap while I strapped it in real quick. I mean, I loved it, but it's too heavy. And then I'm looking further into it, and I got told about, more of a lighter setup because they have I mean, the XOP that I have, the Cold World is I think it was only 7 pounds of a hang on. And I'm like, "Man, you know, I can really lift that up with one hand and strap it in with another one." And then the X2 sticks, I heard that they're great, so I just bought the combo, and I never turned back from that, man, and I was just like, "Wow, this is amazing compared to what everybody's used to." I mean, there's nothing wrong with the Viper. I mean, there is not at all, not at all with any kind of climber. No, you're still mobile, you know what I mean? And that's a big thing. 4 sticks, saddle on, 1 stick, 2 stick. I mean, if you're mobile, that's and then I went from that to a 1 stick with the, platform, and, I like that. I had the Hunter Arsenal, a platform, the Mag 2.0. I had that last year, I do believe. And, that thing is sweet. It was a big platform, loved it with saddle. I tried the saddle and I was scared with the saddles because you're dangling from a rope. That's what everybody thinks of. But you gotta think about this though too, is like all these lumberjacks, all these rock climbers, all these people are dangling from a rope, and you barely ever hear anybody dying from it. So you have to have the right equipment. So you have to have a good saddle, you have to have good 9 millimeter rope, you have to have that's what I use anyways, that's my preference. And then I use the Manabrock Safeguard for rappel. So I got into 1 stick with a platform on it that only weighs probably 5 pounds, and all I need. And I don't like you need a stick and a bow in your saddle, and that's all, you know what I mean? And I'm all about that because being public land hunter, I don't have to go out there very much, you know?
Right.